Hi, I'm just going to show you what I do for as far as the contouring because I don't have a lot of time. But I want to show you and practice some more. Um, I start by doing my photo finish stuff, and I don't use like a ton. It's just like a small amount because this stuff's expensive. Come on, Mom. I rub it all over my hands, and I've already put my moisturizer on, so you should still continue to do that. Um, all over, makes your face nice and smooth. And then I take my cover up. I use a good amount, and I'm using this because I had bought it for to cover my tattoo when I was working at the bank. It was $35, and it didn't really work to cover my tattoo, and I was not going to um, let it go to waste. So I use it on my face. I always start with where I find that I have the most blemishes or that I want to cover the most. My forehead isn't bad, so I do my forehead last when I have the least amount of cover up on it. Do over my eyes, and then I start going on my forehead. And then once I get it on there, I just mostly dab it on. Once I get it all rubbed in, I want to do the least amount of rubbing to create less wrinkles. I have another one of these too for like under the eyes, and you can put your finger in it, but mine are too big, so I don't use that. And I always have to really get in the creases of my nose. Once everything's on and I don't see any more lines on my face, okay, then directly after that, I put on the Tarte concealer. I got a really light one, and I go directly under my eyes, all the way out here, straight down. Other side. I try to go like right around the apple. See? And then right here, right here, and all right here. Then I take the darker one, and I take a little bit off because it is really thick and really dark. So I go from here down, and same. Okay, and then I take off more because I don't want it to be super thick. And I go all right here. Then I take this one, like it's flat on top and it's very thick. This part is really like dense. Oh, well, I forgot. I gotta do this too. And this, I put the lighter one all over the top of my forehead, all along the sides, and right here. So basically everything but that little white spot is like covered. Okay, and then I start with the lighter, I didn't put my thing on for my, to cover the makeup, or for me getting makeup in my hair. I forgot to put that on. So I do the lighter part first because I don't want to get all this dark stuff on, like mix it up and get it on here. So I do all this. And this is the trickier part because I put a little bit too much. If you're not real careful, you'll just end up covering the white. And if you do that, I just put more. I just go, and then once I do that, I go over the top. And many times too, which I didn't do today because I'm kind of in a hurry, I go right here. And it just like slims out your nose. And then I go here. And I'm not using the whole front part. I'm just using kind of like the side because it's kind of big. So I don't want to like smear it too much. And I just keep on going over it until it's like blended. You can't see a lot of it, but it's still kind of there, you know. And then you go, start going over the white. And then you take the one I showed you last night, and I do like this bigger side, and you can do the smaller side if you want, and then blend that in. I've tried it where I also do the white part first and then I blend it and then I put the brown on, but I found that when I started doing like this, I kind of like it. And then if you feel like there's too much, white, or it's not blended enough, you can just go over it again because you still have some of the, hi papers. You want to say hi to Zia?
Hey Zia. Mom,
yes.
I accidentally spilled my milk because I was trying to put my leftover pancake crumbs in there, and then like the whole thing spilled over, so that's why there's a towel on the table.
Okay, you need to clean it all up. Please clean it all up.
But
it needs to be all dried up
okay.
and cleaned up. If it's a towel that's too small, you need to get another towel or
No,
get a
it's
bigger towel.
It's like one of the towels that we never use in my bathroom, like under the table.
Okay. Just make
And
sure you clean it all up.
Over, like half of the table.
All right. No big deal.
Cause that's where the got.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go clean up the milk mess and give Jay a bath. A shower. Okay. So, then I take, after I do all that, I take my Anastasia powdered contouring set, and I take a smaller brush. Sometimes I'll use this one, or this one I like a lot because it's super soft, it's small. I don't know where it came from. It's from Ulta, but I don't know what set it came in or what. And then I'll usually do the two whiter ones, and that's kind of like a little bit darker, so I don't use that one, but I use the two whiter ones. And I powder under here just to kind of like dry it up because it's really tacky still and sticky. Okay, and everybody has wrinkles, so I mean it's hard to cover them up, so you should not be, so worried about that. I don't like mine, but it is what it is. And then I'll take the powder, which makes it a bit darker, and I go along my cheekbone. Both sides. I'll do the other color too to kind of make it a little lighter. Or like, I didn't bring shoes in for you, love.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you need to find shoes to wear. Just wear your gray ones. They match your shorts. And then I'll take another like fluffier brush and kind of blend it in a little. I don't overdo it and keep going over and over it, because if you do that, it turns black and ugly. Okay, so I have this Cheek Leaders by Benefit that I got for my birthday. It's like, I love it. And then I'll do a little bit of bronzer, the two, I mixed the two, and I have a bigger, better brush. This one's super fluffy, and I love the Eco Tools by at Walmart. I don't want to overdo it and mix it in too much, because I don't want to spread stuff around. I'm already like, it's like I already overdid it right here, I feel like, and so it's not, I don't know. I hate when it turns really dark. I don't know why it does that. It's super annoying. So that's one thing that I really don't like and I have to work on. I just don't know like how to fix that, or maybe not put the powder stuff on. I don't know. So then I do this all over, and this doesn't really do anything. It's a setting powder which set your makeup on, and I like to use it especially because going to work and wearing a mask, it doesn't like peel it off or like make it come off as much. Huh? You're done doing everything?
Yeah.
You need a sweatshirt.
Okay. And to brush my hair.
Yes, you need to brush your hair, but don't put any gel or anything in it, okay?
Okay.
I'll do that. I love you. And then lastly, I put on my primer on my eyes. I go back and forth between wanting to do my eyebrows first or last, but I have been doing my eyebrows first for the longest time before putting any eyeshadow on. And a lot of people also put on all their eyes before putting on the rest of the stuff, but I was doing that for a long time too, and I just feel like it's really hard, especially when you're doing all the contouring. So I do all this first, and then I haven't had a problem with spilling my eyeshadow on my face really, but you know, it happens once in a while. And I just pat this on. I don't rub it. I pat it on so that I don't, you know, once again, create wrinkles, because my eyes are already getting really super loose on top from all the years of wearing eyeshadow. And then like on days like today when I'm in a big old hurry and I really just wanted to show you, and I'm not going to wear any eyeshadow. Oh, I forgot to show you yesterday the highlighter I've been using. It's by the Milani, and oh my god, I love it. It's like the best one I've ever used. And I just take my pinky and go right here, just for a little color. You know, a little shimmer in the corners. And then I'll take this Jaclyn Hill by Morphe. Ray got this for me at Christmas time. He also got me this, and I forgot what else. A bunch of things in my stocking. And then I'll just take a little shadow and put it up here. You look so gorgeous. I'll do your hair before we leave though, okay?
Look.
Oh, you're doing better. Come over here and turn around so you can see it in the camera. I love it. Back your head up a little bit. Beautiful. And then I will go to working on my eyebrows, which I do. I'll brush them a little bit first, and then I take, where's that eyeshadow? I'm all freaking spilling my coffee over here. Let me get a drink. I have my breakfast in here. I have my all my stuff is always over here in the morning. My coffee's already cold. Oh, this thing right here, it's also, I just got it to brush for all my eyebrows. It's by NYX. And I brush my eyebrows with it first. I take off, you know, some of the stuff, and then I go up. This one has less, so it's always harder. This one has a lot more, so I just kind of brush it easily. And I go right here where I'm kind of trying to let it grow back more. And then I go on this side, but I have to brush them up a lot more because I don't have as much. Oops, I got some on there. And so I try to like make it look a little bit thicker. And so then I take my eyebrow pot, which is also, I think, by Anastasia. And I use the pomade, the brow pomade, and this is the chocolate. And I just take a little. I try not to use too much. I brush it off really good. And then I start with the bottom line. Okay, so once I get the bottom line, I do it on both sides. I kind of try to like this side, they're very uneven, my eyebrows, so it's always really hard for me to do this side. I love this eyebrow so much, but this other one, oh, I hate it. So I try to get it, I try my hardest to like even out both sides, but it's hard. And also this one has more of a natural curve and this one's a little bit straighter, so I often mess up. You know, it's weird that like all the years I've been doing my makeup and my eyebrows, it's like I can never get them to come out the same every day. Like sometimes I'm like, ooh, I love how these came out, and then other times I'm like, oh. So I don't re-dip because whatever's left over is what I use for the upper parts so that I don't make them too dark. That was always my problem before. I would keep on re-dipping. And then I come up on the top and I make my little shape. And then even though I'm trying to do the let it grow naturally, this one is, it has less hair, but the brow is thicker, so I always end up messing this one up and doing it too thick. And then once I do that, I'm still not dipping because there's still plenty on here, and I start kind of filling it in lightly. I don't want it too dark. And then just like very lightly fill it in. And I've been letting my hairs grow more in the middle, you know, a little more in the middle, so I'll like lightly put some in like upstrokes to make it look just a tad more natural. And if the line is too visible, the bottom line, the thickest, darkest line, you can blend it in a little. I'm sure you already know all this stuff because your eyebrows always come out really nice, except that one day. I was already like, I'm not gonna do my makeup this week. I'm too tired. I got up to make dinner. I always get up and make, like, if I'm door dashing, I get up and make stuff for dinner. And so I made some lentil soup this morning. Well, I prepared all the stuff. I'm gonna boil the lentils when I get home. They only take like 45 minutes or less, 30 minutes sometimes. So I'm gonna put it to cook as soon as I get home. So I have dinner, and then there's dinner here for Ray, and I have to go to the store too. I'll probably get Jay some nuggets or something that he will actually eat. And so there you have it. That's my basic stuff, and I'm not doing any eyeshadow or anything today. Well, I probably will put on eyelashes because I can't stand my makeup without eyelashes now. Okay, I love you. I hope it's helpful.